Welcome to GardenBound. Today, we're diving into the world of garlic scapes and how you can grow and harvest them successfully. Did you know that garlic scapes not only enhance your garden's productivity, but also add a unique flavor to your dishes? Let's learn how to make the most of this wonderful plant. In this video, we'll cover everything from planting hardneck garlic to harvesting and using garlic scapes. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below with your garlic growing tips or questions. Garlic scapes are the flower stalks produced by hardneck garlic plants, which are a type of garlic known for their hard, woody central stem. These scapes typically appear in late spring to early summer and are easily recognizable by their slender, curly appearance, often looping into intricate spirals as they grow. Unlike softneck garlic, which primarily produces foliage and bulbs, hardneck varieties like Music, German Extra Hardy, and Chestnut Red develop these scapes as part of their natural growth cycle. As mentioned, you can plant regular garlic cloves to grow garlic and produce scapes, but there are specific considerations to keep in mind. To grow garlic scapes, it's essential to plant hardneck garlic varieties as these types produce scapes, whereas softneck varieties do not. It's recommended to purchase seed garlic from reputable suppliers, as seed garlic is grown specifically for planting and is usually disease-free. Although you can plant garlic from the grocery store, it's not always ideal because it is often treated to prevent sprouting and may not be suited to your local growing conditions. Additionally, grocery store garlic is usually a soft neck variety, which won't produce scapes. The scape itself is an extension of the garlic plant's reproductive system, eventually leading to the formation of tiny bulbils if left unharvested. These bulbils are miniature garlic cloves that can be used to propagate new garlic plants, though they require several years to mature into full-sized bulbs. However, most gardeners and cooks prefer to harvest the scapes before they reach this stage. Garlic scapes are not just a quirky addition to the garden, they play a significant role in the plant's development. By removing the scapes, gardeners can redirect the plant's energy from flowering back into bulb growth, resulting in larger, more robust garlic bulbs. This practice is particularly beneficial for those aiming to maximize their garlic yield. Now let's talk about planting. First, choose a sunny spot in your garden that receives at least 6 hours of sunlight daily. Garlic thrives in well-drained, sandy, or loamy soil with a pH between 6.0 and 8.0. Prepare the soil by enriching it with compost or a nitrogen-rich organic fertilizer to promote healthy growth. Raised beds are particularly effective for growing garlic as they ensure good drainage and help prevent waterlogging, which can lead to bulb rot. And what about cold treatment? Cold treatment, also known as vernalization, is crucial for ensuring hardneck garlic cloves develop robust bulbs and produce scapes. This process mimics the natural cold period garlic experiences in its native climates, triggering the biochemical changes necessary for bulb formation. Without this cold period, garlic might not form bulbs properly, resulting in poor yields. The treatment is especially important for hardneck varieties, which are more closely related to wild garlic species that naturally grow in colder climates. To perform cold treatment, you should start by selecting the largest and healthiest cloves for vernalization. Place these cloves in a breathable container, such as a paper or mesh bag, to allow adequate air circulation and prevent mold growth. Store the bagged cloves in the refrigerator at a temperature between 32 degrees and 50 degrees Fahrenheit, ideally around 40 degrees Fahrenheit. The cloves need to remain in this cold environment for 6 to 8 weeks to trigger the necessary biological processes for bulb development. This is why it is advised to plant garlic about 6 to 8 weeks before winter. It gives the bulbs time to settle in before the first frost. Later on, we'll talk about what to do if you've missed this window of opportunity. Once the cold period is complete, plant the cloves immediately after removing them from the refrigerator to maintain the cold-induced state. It is important to ensure the cloves do not freeze during the cold treatment, as freezing can damage them and affect their viability. Additionally, keep the cloves dry but not desiccated to prevent mold growth, and avoid storing them near fruits that release ethylene gas, such as apples or bananas, as this gas can interfere with the vernalization process. Once your cold treatment is complete, break the garlic bulb into individual cloves, keeping the papery husk intact. Plant each clove 3 inches deep with the pointed end up, spacing them 6 inches apart in rows that are about 10 inches apart. After planting, cover the cloves with 2-3 inches of mulch, such as straw or shredded leaves, to insulate them against cold weather. Water the garlic bed deeply to help the cloves settle in, and continue to provide about an inch of water per week until the ground freezes. After planting, water the garlic bed deeply to help the cloves settle in. Continue to water consistently, providing about 1 inch of water per week until the ground freezes. In early spring, apply a nitrogen-rich fertilizer to support foliage growth as the garlic emerges. Keep the garlic bed free of weeds to reduce competition for nutrients and water. Garlic scapes appear in late spring to early summer. Harvest them when they form their first loop and are about 10 inches tall. Use clean, sharp scissors or pruning shears to cut the scapes at the base near the top leaves of the plant. This helps the plant focus its energy on bulb development, resulting in larger bulbs. Now, what do you do if you want to plant garlic now but you've missed your recommended seasonal window? If you missed the fall planting window, you can plant garlic in early spring as soon as the ground can be worked. However, spring-planted garlic will not have the same amount of time to develop roots and may result in smaller bulbs. To improve the chances of success, consider using the following techniques. To simulate the cold period necessary for bulb development, refrigerate the garlic cloves for 8 to 12 weeks before planting. This cold treatment, or vernalization, can help trigger the growth processes needed for bulb formation. Some garlic varieties mature faster than others. Choosing a variety known for quicker maturation can help offset the shorter growing season that comes with spring planting. Provide the garlic with well-drained, fertile soil enriched with compost. Plant the cloves 2-3 inches deep and space them 4-6 inches apart in rows about 10 inches apart. Mulch the garlic bed to conserve moisture and suppress weeds. Indoor or container. Growing. If planting outdoors is not feasible, consider growing garlic in containers or indoors. This method allows for better control over growing conditions, including temperature and light. Use containers that are at least 8 inches deep. Fill with a mix of high-quality potting soil and compost. Plant the cloves 2-3 inches deep, spaced 4-6 inches apart. Provide sufficient light, ideally through grow lights, to ensure the garlic receives enough energy to grow. Maintain a consistent temperature that simulates outdoor conditions. Overcoming seasonal challenges. Planting garlic out of season requires adjustments to traditional growing methods. Whether pre-chilling cloves, selecting the right varieties, or using containers, success hinges on mimicking the garlic's natural growing conditions as closely as possible. By employing these strategies, you can still grow garlic even if you miss the ideal planting season. However, it's important to manage expectations regarding the size and quality of the garlic bulbs harvested compared to those planted in the fall. Harvesting garlic scapes is a straightforward process that requires careful timing to ensure the best flavor and to benefit the garlic bulb's growth. Garlic scapes typically appear in late spring to early summer, a few weeks before the garlic bulbs are ready to harvest. The best time to harvest them is when they have formed 1 or 2 full loops and are about 10 inches tall. If left too long, scapes can become tough and less flavorful. To harvest, use clean, sharp scissors or pruning shears to cut the scape close to the base where it emerges from the leaves, being careful not to cut the leaves themselves. This allows the plant to focus its energy on growing a larger bulb. You can also snap them off by hand if they are tender enough, but cutting is generally more precise. Not all scapes will be ready at the same time, so check your garlic plants regularly over a couple of weeks to harvest scapes as they reach the right stage. Frequent harvesting also encourages the plant to put more energy into bulb development. Removing the scapes helps the garlic plant direct more energy toward bulb growth, resulting in larger and more flavorful bulbs. Additionally, the scapes themselves are a culinary delight, offering a mild garlic flavor that can be used in various dishes, from pestos to stir-fries. Now that you've harvested your scapes, what do you do with them? In the kitchen, garlic scapes are a culinary delight, offering a milder and more nuanced flavor than garlic cloves with a fresh, green, and slightly sweet undertone. This versatility makes them a prized ingredient for both chefs and home cooks. They can be used raw in various dishes, such as salads and pestos, adding a subtle garlic kick without the intensity of raw garlic cloves. Chopping scapes finely and tossing them into salads provides a crisp texture and a pleasant crunch. Blending them into pesto with olive oil, nuts, Parmesan cheese, and lemon juice creates a vibrant and flavorful spread that can be used as a dip or pasta sauce. Cooking garlic scapes softens their texture and mellows their flavor, making them suitable for stir-fries, sautés, and grilling. In stir-fries, they pair well with a variety of vegetables, meats, and tofu, bringing a mild garlic essence to the dish. Sautéing them with other vegetables or using them as a base for dishes typically started with garlic highlights their tender texture and mild flavor. Whole garlic scapes can also be grilled until tender and slightly charred, making a delicious side dish or a flavorful addition to salads and grain bowls. Garlic scapes can also be used in specialty ways that highlight their unique flavor and texture. Pickling them with vinegar, salt, and spices creates a tangy condiment that enhances sandwiches, salads, and charcuterie boards. Adding chopped garlic scapes to soups and stews infuses a mild garlic flavor throughout the dish as it simmers. Mixing finely chopped scapes into softened butter along with herbs and a pinch of salt creates a compound butter that enhances grilled meats, vegetables, or bread. Besides their culinary uses, garlic scapes are nutritious, low in calories, and rich in vitamins A and C, as well as antioxidants that contribute to overall health. Including them in your diet can provide health benefits associated with garlic, such as boosting the immune system and reducing inflammation. Incorporating garlic scapes into your cooking allows you to enjoy their unique flavor while benefiting from their nutritional properties. Whether you are boosting your garden's productivity or seeking to add a distinctive taste to your meals, understanding and utilizing garlic scapes is a rewarding aspect of growing hardneck garlic. We hope you enjoyed this video on harvesting and growing garlic scapes. Please leave your own garlic tips and tricks in the comments for others to enjoy. Until next time, happy gardening.